My dear students, welcome to this video. I'm Dr. Jazeer 𝐒𝐿𝐾𝐝, your dermatology faculty at Physics Wallah MedEd. So in this video, what I'm trying to do is we are going to do a paper analysis of the recent INICET in 2023, and I'll be discussing about the analysis of dermatology questions that was asked. So during your preparations, it is very good to know like what are the kind of questions that is asked for the exam, what is the difficulty level of these questions, whether the questions was an image-based questions, etc. So we'll be trying to do a detailed analysis now. So in this video, I will not be discussing any of the MCQs that was asked. Instead, we'll just give you an analysis of the difficulty level and the pattern of questions so that you can have a general understanding about how you should be planning your preparations. So now let's see the detailed analysis. Now here, what has been asked in this INICET 2023 was the total number of questions that came from dermatology was only 5. So usually what was happening was we were expecting more than 5 questions because in the NEET PG exam as well as in the FMG exam and all, we were getting integrated questions as well. Sometimes questions in derma was coming along with pharmacology, like with the treatment part. Sometimes it was coming along with the histopathology related to pathology and all. But here this time it was a sure shot, straightforward 5 questions from dermatology without any integration. So that is why I have put it as 5 questions from dermatology was asked. Now, out of all these 5 questions, what was the difficulty level? So, if you categorize it into easy, medium, hard, so here most of the students were referring these things as a medium level of difficulty when it came to INICET. Because in INICET, what is expected? You are expecting that okay, some questions are going to be tough, some questions will be asked from those difficult topics, but none of that has happened in this exam. So in this exam, they basically tested you with what is a kind of investigation like direct immunofluorescence. They gave you a clinical scenario of pemphigus vulgaris. They asked you about what is the diagnosis in this case, etc. So nothing was asked of a high difficulty level. So we can categorize it as a medium level of difficulty. Now, interesting part here in dermatology is just like what was expected. All the questions, 5 out of 5, has come as an image based question, which means for every question an image was there, which means during your preparations for this exam, what you have to do is you have to go through all the possible images of all the dermatological conditions of the investigations as well as the investigation findings. So this is the takeaway message of 5 image-based questions to be asked from dermatology. And finally, how many clinical-based questions was asked? It was just one, and that clinical-based question came with uh, pemphigus vulgaris. So in the upcoming exams, you should be prepared for clinical-based questions of all the common diseases. Like how will a psoriasis patient present to you? How will a vitiligo patient present to you? How will pemphigus patient present to you? Even bullous pemphigoid and others. So that is what I mean by a clinical based question. So that is the analysis of this last INICET. And out of all these questions, if you go through the rapid revision of the videos which was uploaded to the PW app, or if you go through the detailed dermatology videos, every question came within the app itself or within what was taught within the app itself, even for INICET. So in dermatology, we had 100% strike rate based on all the questions which was asked. So if you go through the live recall which we have done on the same day of the exam, you can see that everything, the snippets was shared with you because everything was asked within the app, within the recordings itself. So if you're preparing for NEET PG or for INICET or for any other exam, so just based on India's one of the toughest exams, that is INICET, even those are asked directly from the app. So the takeaway message here is when you're preparing for derma, so prepare it in such a way that you are well versed or you are well aligned with the images of all the dermatological diseases. That is point number one. The second point is don't focus too much on clinical based questions because only one was asked in that way. So clinical based questions are becoming important day by day. So just have a general understanding about all the common dermatological diseases, how they may present to you clinically. And this time I should say that they were focusing more on investigations, like direct immunofluorescence was mentioned twice, once in pemphigus as well as once as a separate question itself. So focus on all the investigation like the Wood Slam examination, direct immunofluorescence, the KOH test, etc. So that would be another takeaway message. And that is it. So this time the exam was not tough when it comes to dermatology. So it was all a medium level or a easy questions which had come in the last INICET exam. I hope you have got good results. And if anybody is still preparing for the next exam, or if you're preparing for the next NEET PG exam, so stay focused in dermatology. I would say the simple thing is, don't go for any hi-fi things. Just concentrate on the video recordings. Just concentrate on the notes. Try to practice more MCQs. This is more than enough for a short subject like dermatology. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be coming up with more videos in the near future. Thank you so much.